What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. Man, I don't even know what to do with this article. Um, but I don't think anyone is ever in doubt about female supremacy trying to come into power in the West. But craziest thing, the British legal system has decided that they're going to recognize sharia marriages in the UK justice system. This has a lot of implications because what they're trying to do is they're trying to circumvent Islamic law and bring it under Western secular law. And there's a lot of contradictions and problems there. But I don't really think it's going to be a huge problem because what you're going to find is that only the most ardent feminist type Muslims, women, are going to go for this. Because really, because they're saying basically what they're trying to do is they're basically trying to make multiple things that don't fit under Islamic law fall into Islamic law, which is impossible because no Muslims are going to recognize it except the most ardent feminists who generally over time throw themselves outside of the ranks of the Muslims in Islam anyway. But anyway, let's get into it. So what they want to do is they want to make it so a woman can divorce a man. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, that's your problem. I don't care. In Islam, a woman cannot divorce a man. She can request a divorce, which would be considered a khula, where he releases her, or she can be divorced, which would be a talak, where the man just get lost, or she can go to a council and have her marriage annulled. And I don't know the Arabic word for that. So those are her options, but she can't just say, I'm going to divorce my husband. This no-fault divorce stuff doesn't happen in Islam and Muslims. They're trying to end that to where a woman can go to a British court and get her Islamic, non-British law marriage annulled. If a woman does this and then she goes out and gets married again, she's considered a fornicator under Islamic law, which could lead to, in an Islamic country, her death. Because fornicators are killed. You know, Again, whether you like it or not, that's the harsh reality of Islamic societies. And Islamic societies ain't gonna have a Tinder culture. They're not gonna allow it. It does happen, of course. Let's not be crazy, but it is not openly accepted. Open hypergamy, open unchecked hypergamy, where women can just hoe code it, Amber Rose style, and just be like slut walking. It's just they're not gonna allow the degradation of their societies like that. Not willingly and not with ease. Next, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it to where Islamic law is circumvented again, and women can no fault divorce men. Basically, they want to make it so that women can divorce rape men. Again, women cannot divorce rape men in Islam. You can't come and take 50% of a man's assets, whether he built those assets up during the marriage or before them or after them, whatever else. In Islam, a woman doesn't get 50% of a man's assets. She doesn't get alimony past 3 months. 3 months, she stays under his roof. She's fed, she's clothed just like a wife. After that, she's released. That's the end of your alimony. You don't go out with some big 50% payout. Now they're trying to make it to where, they get a 50% payout. Again, maybe in the West that'll work, but you're not going to find widespread support from the Muslim community in that. As a matter of fact, you'll probably find a massive pushback, and anyone who takes part in this, I'm pretty sure that they're going to face a pretty heavy backlash from their community, and rightfully so. I don't care what you say about British law, this, that, the other. Oh, you can't have two laws in one system. Screw that. You guys gave your woman free reign to run over you. We're not going to allow it. It's not something we're going to do. We always find a way, and we're going to do it this time too. Third implications is what do you do in the case of guys like me, where you're Islamically married to multiple women? It's beautiful because kind of like you open up a doorway, a Pandora's box. So now you got one guy who's Islamically married to multiple women. Are you now saying that you are going to legally recognize multiple marriages and polygyny so that you can try and punish men, so that you can try and steal their resources? Because now you've just opened up a new door. We're going to recognize Sharia marriages, even though we don't really recognize that they are recognizable or that they're legal. We say they're not legally recognized, but now we're going to do it in this particular case. So now you open the door to polygyny being legal, because you're legally saying by British law that we're going to start recognizing Sharia marriages. So now you've just legally open the doorway to polygyny. I wonder if they thought this one through. They probably did, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do, and I guarantee you, watch, any part of the recognition of Sharia law that benefits men, they're going to deny. And anything that goes in opposition to female rights or wants or needs or desires, they're going to big up and make it like the primary thing that they're going to inject into their recognition of Sharia law. Because we've seen it happen already. Like non-divorce rape and alimony. They're trying to put this into Islamic law, you know, by way of recognizing Sharia laws and bringing it under British law. It's not going to happen. They're trying to do the same thing to Muslims that they did to Western marriages, destroy them. They don't want Muslim men to trust Muslim women or to get married to them without there being a punitive factor in play against those men. Let's see how this turns out. It's not going to turn out the way they want it to. But anyway, I just thought that was an interesting thing. I'll post the link to the article from Telegraph in the description box, and you'll see yourself. It's all about just trying to, you know, bring in the divorce industry, you know, into the Muslim world, into the Muslim marriages. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to just, the divorce industry is trying to find a new market. Because MGTOW, because Red Pill has slowed down the marriage and divorce rate. Basically, guys are getting married less. Dudes are figuring out how to keep their marriages together or to make an exit with their, you know, from their boring, dull marriages to their own benefit. And so now what do they need to do? They need to find a new market so that they can continue to cash in. And that's what this really boils down to. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. This is your man, Abuamerican. Catch me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can catch me on Steam, all at Abuamerican. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm out.